grateful, grateful. Everybody can please stand. Just to praise you, Lord. Flowing from my heart are the issues of my heart. It's gratefulness.
Father, we thank you and we praise you. Father, we praise you for your goodness and for your mercy and for your truth that's everlasting. God, we ask that you hide us behind the cross. Let us decrease, that you will increase in us. God, share a word with us from heaven. Feed us manna from heaven, God. God, and we thank you right now. And we give you praise in Jesus' name.
Jesus,
amen.
Amen.
Amen. You may be seated. You may be seated in the presence of God. We do give honor to God for where all blessings flow, who is the first and the last. And we thank God for his goodness and for his mercy. We give honor to the First Lady and to the minister in her absence. Amen. And let God's healing virtue fall on her even the more. Amen. We give honor to Deacon and missionary and to all you that make up the house of God on this morning. We thank God for even the ones that we know are on their way, that are a little behind, that are slowful. Somebody say amen.
Amen.
Amen. That are slowful in their spirit. We thank God even for that. Amen. We're going to go to the Word of God. We have a long day ahead of us. But I thank God for giving us this day that he has made. He said, let us rejoice and be glad in it. So I thank God for this day. I don't care what tomorrow may bring, because tomorrow doesn't matter to me right now. Because that's tomorrow's worries. And so I don't care what tomorrow may bring, because tomorrow may bring something that I haven't finished with today. So I'm going to deal with today. I thank God for all that he has done for me yet this far. Yet still early, but yet this far he's been good to me. Woke me up this morning and started me on my way. Gave me the activities of my limbs. The abilities to walk by myself and talk by myself. Amen. And to raise my hands and say glory to the King. Amen. So I thank God because he didn't have to do it. I thank God for the praise reports that we had got on this morning. Amen. Amen. It's always good to hear God making his move on his people. So we just thank God for that. First Lady, I want you to give me a couple of scriptures, and so you're going to have to mark your spot. I want you to go to Jeremiah chapter 1. Jeremiah chapter 1, verses 4 through 10. Jeremiah chapter 1, verses 4 through 10. And Romans chapter 8, 28 through 33. Romans chapter 8, 28 through 33. 28 to 33. I want to use for a topic this morning, God's purpose and plan. God's purpose and plan. And so we know by definition that purpose is the reason which something exists or is done or is made or is used. Somebody say amen. So we know that by purpose we exist. By purpose we do things. Said things is done. By purpose we was made to be used. Somebody say amen.
Amen.
And a plan is a project a specific project or definite purpose. So it's a specific project and a definite purpose. So when God's got a perfect plan in store, it has purpose. All of us know that we have purpose.
Yes.
Say amen.
Amen.
All of us know that there is some purpose in our life. A lot of times what we do though is we search and we search and we seek and we seek and we look around and we go into things looking for our purpose in life. You know, people get caught up on drugs and get caught up in alcoholism and things searching for purpose. Oh, y'all ain't hear me. Y'all ain't hear me. People get distracted and destroyed looking for their purpose. The reason why I realize this now, that we don't really get to the fullness of our purpose because we're not leaning on God. Why you say that, Pastor? For the Bible said, if you delight yourself also in the Lord, He will give you the desires. So when God is able to, when you just truly just give your whole self delightly over to God without fussing and arguing and fighting about it and crying and snotting and spitting, because a lot of times God gives us our purpose and then we cry our way out of our purpose. Or we complain and Lord, I can't do, Lord. And the Lord said, well, forget it then. Forget it then. Forget it then. That's still your purpose, but if you don't want to do it, I can't force you. But it's there. And then a lot of times we just walk around in a daze. Already God has purposed us and gave us a plan already. And we walking around in a daze like we don't understand or know what our plan is. I want you to give me Romans first. I was going to go to Jeremiah, but I want you to go to Romans first because I'm going to jump back to Jeremiah. And I've realized that in a plan, in a purpose, and a plan of God, it's perfect. It's perfect. And what we need to understand about a perfect plan in God, just because it's perfect to God, don't mean it's going to be perfect to you. And see that's our problem, because it's always not His ways and our thoughts is not His thoughts. So when we see it, we don't think it's the right plan. We don't think it's the perfect plan because we're trying to ration it out in our own little bitty mind. And we don't even see the end of it nor the middle of it. We still at the beginning. And so a lot of times we start talking. Y'all hear me good in here? We start talking against our purpose, and then we start putting cover, or we start smothering out our true purpose and God's divine plan in our life. Have you ever talked about something in your life till you talked about it until it happened? Well, same thing happens when you talk about your purpose and your plan. Sometimes you detour or you turn on your purpose because you talk about that is not yours. Because a lot of times that's not the glorious thing that you see, or that's not the thing that you wanted to do. Because God said, now you need to come up a little higher. He's like, I don't want to come no little higher than this, Lord. I'm doing enough now. I'm doing enough now, Jesus. And He said, well, if you can't go a little higher, if you can't be ye separate, saith the Lord, you can't go. So He's trying to get us to another place, but there's some things that He tells us that we got to break away from, that we got to separate from, that we got to be freed from. And I know it's possible because He said, whom the Son has set free is free indeed. And then He went a little further than that. He said, no more binds have bound you. So definitely, once God frees us, we should be able to walk in freedom. But what happens is, because we've been captured or we've been stuck in yokes of bondage, sometimes, First Lady, here, listen to this right here. Sometimes when we begin to walk in free places, we remember the places that had us bound and we go back to visit them. Ain't nothing to visit. You got away from that thing. Don't ever go back and visit that again. It didn't do you right the first time. But a lot of times we go back because we think this time it's going to work right this time. If you don't give it to God, it ain't never going to work. You got that Romans for me?
Yes, sir.
Come on, read me some of that right there.
And we know that all things work together.
And we know that all things work together
For good to them that love God.
for what?
For good to them that love God.
For good to them that love God. Read.
To them who are called according to his purpose.
For them that are called according to
His purpose.
whose purpose?
His purpose.
Not your purpose. It don't got nothing to do with you.
Well,
For them that are, all things work together for the good of them that love God and are called according to his. It don't see. Look, I don't care what you want to do. It don't got nothing to do with you. It's his purpose. And when you don't do it his way, it won't work.
well, you're right about it.
And that's why it's God's purpose and it's God's plan. Because if you start putting your 2 cents in, you always mess something up.
Come on now.
You're always messing up the plan. The plan was that we went 2 blocks down and we took a left. And instead of taking a left, we just kept going straight because we wanted to go our own way.
Come on.
Oh, now, let me say it like this, because some of y'all know about this. Have y'all ever been driving down the street and y'all use y'all's navigation system? Y'all still with me?
Yeah.
And you know where you really going. And so when Betsy says veer left on Highway 20, you say that's not the fast way. I like to go up 80. She's trying to take you the best and the fastest way that's designed, that is planned for the trip that you're going on. God got the perfect plan. Sometimes you go down roads and you go down avenues that you look down and you say, whoa, there's a wreck down there. I better go this other way. But sometimes God meets you to go down there because there's somebody down there that may need your attention. There may be somebody that need a prayer. Sometimes God needs you to just get in the midst of that traffic jam that you won't get ahead of yourself and get into a massive wreck your own self. But we so in a hurry. No, I ain't got no time for this. I'm going the other way. And we mess up the perfect plan. We mess up the purpose that God has designed for us up front. And we know sometimes we got a plan that this ain't what I want to do. But when God speaks it in your life, you just got to do it anyway. Because he said it's something that's called according to his purpose. So it's yeah, Lord, I know what you want me to do, Lord, but as soon as you say but, you already done messed it up. Because now you're trying to justify yourself not to do what God has told you to do. Come on, First Lady.
For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren.
And he said, for whom he did foreknow, somebody he already knew. Already knew. I'm going to take y'all back in Jeremiah. I'm going to show y'all this. It's somebody he already knew. He also did predestinate to be conformed to the image
of his son.
He said that we should be formed in the image and the likeness. If you go into the scriptures, he also says that we should be formed into his image and his likeness. So we should walk just like his son did.
Well,
we should talk like his son.
All right.
We should have mannerisms like his son did. See, I say this all the time. When you have tendencies, you should have tendencies of who your daddy is. Oh, y'all quiet in here. Y'all quiet. Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Have your way, Lord Jesus. Anyhow, I can even say this. I have children. I have 2 boys and 2 girls, and even though my girls is girls, they still have tendencies of me.
That's right.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to talk to my paper this morning because they know me. They got some of my actions and some of my demeanors and some of my ways, and some of them makes me get angry because it's me. Y'all ain't gonna understand that when I say it's me and them, and I see myself. It's like looking in the mirror, looking at myself, and sometimes it's like me talking back. Y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes it makes you get upset because you say, why they act like that? Then you got to rush it back in your mind when you was 20 and 21, and y'all wasn't 21, and 16, and then I start saying, man, I did that. I did that. Thank God I got saved. Got to be born. Got to be born again. And so I had to take on a new way of living, a new walk, and a new talk because I was destined to do this. I was predestined from the beginning to do what I'm doing now, but I had to accept my purpose in the plan. The problem with accepting the purpose in the plan, you got your own purpose and plan. It doesn't look so glamorous, so you start saying, no, not the kid. Because you know what's really going to take to walk this journey. You say, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that, Lord. But he didn't ask you to do it. He asked you to walk in him.
That's right.
And let him do it.
That's right.
He's just going to use you as a vessel.
That's right.
The problem is we trying to do something that we wasn't declared to do. He said, if I am you and you and me, you can do of anything.
That's right.
Because it's not really you doing it.
That's right.
It's all the abilities that I can't speak without him.
That's right.
I can't breathe without him. I can't move. Can't lift my hands. I can't say glory without him. Because without him, the Bible said I am nothing. So when he predestined my journey, he already had some things in store for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on now. Make it plain.
Understand on this journey, he said, now this is where we get tripped up right here, because he said on your journey, he said, don't take nothing with you.
All right now.
Get out there and get about my Father's business. He said, and I'll make sure everything you need is supplied for you.
Well, you're right about it.
But I need a suitcase and a backpack and a lunch pail. And I need my cousin with me and my nephew and my buddy and my mom and my grandma and my wife and my you did look at I didn't ask you to take all the folk. Now what you have did, you didn't declare chaos.
Well, yeah.
Because now you got folks with you that I never meant you to take because they can't take what you're getting ready to endure.
My goodness.
Understand. When Jesus went to the cross, he already knew his mother wasn't going to be able to bear that whooping he had took. But it was a purpose. It was a plan. Read.
Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called.
Read.
And whom he called, them he also justified.
Jump down. Oh, just keep on reading.
And whom he justified,
read.
Them he also glorified. What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us,
read.
Who can be against us?
If God be for you, If God be for us, who
can be against us?
And that's why he said, who did hinder you from
The truth.
the truth? Because he said, and from obeying. Thank you, First Lady, for obeying the truth. Because when you got purpose and plan, he got the truth for you.
Yes, he does.
That he needs you to obey.
Come on.
Who did hinder you from obeying that very truth that he placed inside of you?
Well,
because one thing I do know, people will try to detour you off of your journey because sometimes people just don't understand.
That's right.
But everything we're not going to understand. Some things we're just going to walk into it and God going to say, there it is right there. And then we just going to be like, man, I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it like this. And he said, if I would have let you see it, you wouldn't have been able to have made it anyway. So we got to understand that all we must do is be obedient. When we got a purpose and a plan, we just must be obedient. Read.
He that spared not his own son.
He that
spared
not
his own son.
Read.
But delivered him up for us all.
But gave him up graciously.
Uh-huh.
Look, it ain't nothing we did. God said here, I'm going to give my only son up graciously.
Yes.
Read.
How shall he not with him also freely give us all things?
And then he said, I'm just going to freely give my son up to you graciously. For all of you, and listen, it don't make no difference what kind of walk you got right now, or because I'm going for the saved and the unsaved. I'm going for the sick and those that need to be delivered, and those that need to be healed. And those I'm going for everybody. I'm going for everybody because I need that everybody get a chance.
That's right.
Read, First Lady.
Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect?
Who should lay anything
to the charge of God's elect?
Man, that's big right there.
It is God that justifies.
It's God who declares us, who holds us blameless, who puts us in the right relationship with him. Look, again, this is nothing of ourselves. It's God. And so when we start taking it on ourselves, jump over to Jeremiah for me. When we start taking it on of ourselves and saying, look what I did and look what I can do, we take God out of the equation.
Amen.
That's another reason why I tell people be careful saying that you're going to change somebody. You can't even change yourself. Doesn't the Bible say that?
Amen.
The Bible said you don't even know how many numbers of hair you have on your head.
That's right.
So how can you change me and you can't even do anything for yourself? But you're going to trying to change somebody else to live your qualifications and your standards. What Jesus called them in the Bible was hypocrites. Because that's what the Pharisees and the scribes did. They try to detour people by changing the rules in the middle of the game.
Because they could.
And I'm going to tell you what, when people don't live right, they want to be comfortable enough around you so they may start making excuses why you shouldn't do the things you do. And if you're foolish enough to fall into that trap, you'll find yourself falling back fast. That's why backsliding starts from afar off. Because one day you'll be doing real good and you'll be real strong and somebody will say something and then you'll try to walk up to that expectation when that expectation you've already been passed. So what are you really doing? You're going backwards. And then you start walking back to the very place that you just left. Start picking up the old mentalities and start picking up your old mannerisms. Start picking up your old thought process. Start picking up your old lifestyle. Start worrying again. Start being confused again. Start living in the spirit of I don't know and I can't do it. And that stuff is contagious. Now don't act like y'all ain't been around somebody that said something like that and they keep saying it long enough, it start getting on your spirit. The Bible tells us that the power of life and death is in our tongue. And so even when we see stuff ain't working for our good, we got to speak it into existence.
Yes, sir. It's the word.
We just got to keep saying it is so.
It is so.
It is so. And sometimes we don't see it because it's not meant for your naked eye to see. And so you got to just keep praying and keep fasting, keep asking God and keep talking to God and say, wherever you tell me to go, I'll go. Wherever you lead me, I'll follow. But you can't say that if you're not willing to do what you said. Because a lot of times, and I say this all the time, a lot of sayings we say sounds cute, but they don't mean nothing if you don't do what you say.
That's right. Don't live it.
Sounds cute to say, Lord, I'll go with you. I do. That sounds real cute. It sounds real dandy. But are you really ready to go? Are you really ready to do it? Are you really ready to set aside things? Are you really ready to cut off some stuff? Because when the walk starts, it may be little things, and little things may start talking into bigger things, and then you start running into things that you say, "Ooh, I'm not ready yet, Lord." I know I ain't the only one in here, but I know somebody else in here has I got it. I know somebody else in here didn't said that once or twice in their life. Lord, I ain't ready yet. I ain't ready to stop doing this yet, Lord. I need 3 more hours, and Lord, I need to be able to do this about 10 more days, God, and I'll be ready. Let me tell you something. You ain't never gonna be ready. You ain't gonna. Let me say it again. You ain't. Your flesh. The Bible said the spirit truly is willing,
but the flesh is weak.
Your flesh ain't never gonna be ready to stop. Your flesh gonna tell you when you the day you stop. Your flesh gonna say, "You ain't gonna hurt. Ain't gonna hurt just to."
One more time.
Yeah. You ain't gonna hurt you. Ain't gonna hurt you. Go on. Ain't nobody gonna know. Hallelujah, Jesus. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna see you. Ain't nobody gonna see you. God see everything. He see everything. And just ration this out in your mind, and as we get ready to keep moving forward, just ration out in this mind. Every time you make a mistake, or every time you go against His will, He sees everything you did, and He knew you was getting ready to do it.
Come on now.
And as you was preparing to do it, He was trying to give you a way of an escape.
Yes, He was. He did.
And as he was giving you a way of escape, your mind was so caught up on the lust and your desire. Oh my goodness. That's a problem right there, First Lady. The Bible declares that pride and lust and deceit and fornication, it would start talking about some things that will not ever enter into the kingdom of heaven. And I thought about that because we actually are kingdom workers right now. So we should be walking into the kingdom right now. If He said we're going to be in His image and His likeness, we are kingdom workers. We should be walking into our kingdom place right now.
That's right.
So it's no way for you to walk in kingdom and in your flesh at the same time.
That's right.
How can two walk together?
Except they agree.
We can't go the same way if we don't agree that this is the way to go.
That's right.
Now, another thing, we all got our own mindset and our own way, and we like to do things. And sometimes I may like to go this way, and sometimes I may like to go that way. See, some of y'all ain't never rode with me, but I can go all kind of different ways going to the same place.
Yes.
Oh, hallelujah, Jesus. Y'all that ever rode with me, y'all understand what I'm saying. I got the same destination in my mind, but I can go down 3, 4, 5 different roads and get you the same place. And sometimes people be riding with me and they say, "Ooh, I thought we was lost." until I seen that building right there. But it's always a way to get to where you're going. But which way is right?
Jesus.
And it's the way that he has purposed and planned you to go. And it may be more convenient for you to go that way, but that's not the way he wanted you to go.
Come on now.
The problem is, because it's convenient for me to go this way, I'm going to go this way. I don't care what the Lord say.
Uh-oh.
Don't act like y'all don't act like this. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm doing what I want. I'm tired. I'm tired. Tired of what? Tired of what? Go to bed at night. You won't be so tired. That's what's wrong with a lot of us. We night ramblers. Staying up to 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and got to get up at 7 and go to work. And then we complain about being tired. Only thing I have, the only problem I have with that situation is this. Because we do that Monday through Friday and we get up and go to work every day. On time. Because the man said hit that clock at 7. We're going to be there at 6:58. I'm here, boss. But God said be there at 9 o'clock and we can't hardly be there at 9 o'clock. And we go to bed at 6:30 in the afternoon. Because our purpose and our plan is messed up. Got our own thought process. We got our own way. Well, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't care what the Lord say. I know it sounds harsh, but we're not listening to the instructions that He has given us. Because if we listen to the instructions, we won't keep falling in these same ditches. God's got a purpose. God's got a plan. He's already ordained it. He already predestined it. This is before time. I'm going to show you on Jeremiah. I'm going to show you on Jeremiah. And the reason why we keep missing it is because we don't want to be obedient to where He's telling us to go.
Yeah.
And how He's telling us to do it. And I'm going to say this, First Lady, and I want you to read fast because I want to get on this. Y'all quit saying, y'all hear me good now what I'm getting ready to say. Y'all quit saying out of your mouth in the open, y'all can't stop doing stuff. Because that ain't God.
No, it's not. I can do all things through Christ.
So quit lying on God saying you can't. I just can't stop doing. I just can't stop. I just can't. That's not God.
No, it's not. It's tight, but it's right. It's not.
When God's got a purpose and plan for you, sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it seems like it's peeling your skin back.
Yes,
because your flesh ain't willing to detour from what it's comfortable doing. Your flesh loves this. This is all right with me. And I tell people all the time, quit lying when you come to God and you give yourself to Christ. Quit lying and say you wasn't having a good time when you was out there because it took you 30 years to get there. Y'all been out there shaking it for 20, 30, 40 years. And now you're talking about, I didn't even enjoy myself. Well, you quit lying. You wouldn't stay so long if you didn't enjoy it. Because any place you go now, if you don't enjoy it, you're going to turn around and go, man, I ain't doing nothing over there. I ain't had no fun, and that party was whack.
Jesus.
Burn the street up trying to get up the road away from there. Come on, friend lady. I told you I didn't want to go there. What you want to make a mistake? Read Jeremiah 1 and 4.
Then the word of the Lord came unto me.
The Lord spoke directly to me,
saying,
what did He say?
Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Before I formed you in the belly of Doreen. Oh, y'all better talk with me here.
You're right about it.
I knew you.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't even ready yet.
That's right.
I wasn't even ready yet.
He had a plan. Come on.
Look at Doreen and Jerry wasn't even together yet. He already was forming me.
Come on now.
I got purpose for you, son. I already got purpose for you. And see, that's why, listen, that's why Y'all hear what I'm saying? Good. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Good. Because I don't want nobody to go misplace what I said. That's why I don't agree with abortion, because you've already been formed with a purpose.
That's right.
To do something great in this life. You got somebody you supposed to put your finger on.
Come on now.
Listen, somebody told me one time, well, my baby died when it was 7 days old. I bet you that baby made more impact in 7 days than you made in a whole lifetime. Oh, see, y'all quiet. Because it's the purpose. What God does, he does things for a purpose, and he got a plan for what he does everything. And so before I was even thought of it, he had already started forming me.
Knew you. Yes, sir.
He already knew all my mannerisms, knew how I was going to act, knew I was going to run. He said, "Oh, let me get him right. Because I gotta have him right, because I got some stuff for him to do." And what did it say?
And before thou camest forth out of the womb,
and before you were born, I set you apart.
I sanctified thee.
I set you apart. I made you different than everybody. That's why every time you ran up in the club, thought you was somebody, you feel something.
All right now, come on.
And something didn't seem right. Something didn't settle in your heart right. And it's like you was out there getting your groove on, and every morning you woke up, you was like, what in the world I do that for?
Mm-hmm. Come on, you right about it.
Just when you was getting ready to act the fool, something hit you in your side. You said, what?
Come on.
No, I better not do that. Because he already had something purposed in your life.
Yes, he did.
Something planned in your life. And we fight against it.
Yes,
we fight against it. We fight and we tussle and we wrestle and we try to get away from it. And we try to outrun it. And we try to hide from it. But it ain't nowhere you can run. It ain't nowhere you can hide.
Amen.
Because when you've been called and you've been qualified and you've been justified, and with predestination on your life, you can't get away from it.
You saying something.
And the problem with it is we're trying to get away because we don't think we can do it. Come on, First Lady, read me some more.
Sanctified thee.
I sanctified thee.
And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nation.
And I ordained
thee a prophet
unto
the nations.
Unto
the nations.
Everybody.
All right.
So everywhere you go, you should be speaking. You should be telling them of the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for you. You should be able to declare it. He said you should begin to cry loud and spare not.
Amen.
Sometimes we get amongst certain people.
Come on.
We don't want to say nothing. We get a little afraid. We get to shaking and we get to shimmer because they remember who we used to be. Well, I remember who you are right now.
Come on.
And I'm trying to call your purpose. I'm trying to call you to your purpose by speaking the word into your life.
Jesus.
You see, if you allow what you think people are going to say or how people are going to react to detour you from telling them the truth, you already done missed the fight.
Come on.
Read. Where we at?
Then said I.
Where we at? Read.
Then said I.
Read.
Oh, Lord God.
Oh, Lord. I said.
Behold. I cannot speak.
I can't speak.
For I am a child.
Because I'm a child. Now listen, don't y'all be saying this? Don't y'all?
Come on.
If y'all don't say it now, y'all used to say this. I remember hearing it a couple of times. Lord, I can't do this because I don't know enough yet.
Uh-oh.
I haven't been in this thing long enough yet, Lord. I haven't been doing this thing long enough. And he's saying the exact same thing. He just spoke it in these terms. I can't do it, God, because I'm a child.
Jesus.
He didn't ask you who you was. He already knew you. He formed you.
Yeah.
Before you was thought of. Oh, my goodness. He didn't ask you who you were. He know just how old you was when he said, come on, let's go. I got work for you to do.
My goodness.
That's why we got to be careful of who we are entertaining.
That's right.
Because a lot of times these children are trying to speak something into our life, and we trying to shush them. Yeah, you better listen to what them kids is trying to tell you.
Well, you're right.
The Lord can speak through a donkey. I know He can speak through children.
Well, you're right about it.
If He can make a rock cry out,
Well,
I know He can say something to these little children.
my goodness.
Speak for me.
But the Lord said to me,
The Lord replied back. See, every time you got an excuse, the Lord got a reply for you.
well, my goodness.
He gonna just let you run an excuse over. He ain't gonna let you can't run game on God.
Well, you're right about it. You're right about it.
So here he go, getting ready to try to weasel his way. Lord, I'm too young. Lord, I just started really giving myself over to the Lord about 6 months ago. He didn't ask you that. He knows already. He's asked you to do a work. So he said, I can't speak, Lord. I'm too young. What did it say, First Lady?
Lord have mercy.
Read.
But the Lord said unto me,
What did he say?
say not.
Don't you say nothing. What did he say?
Say not I am a child.
Don't say you boy. Don't say you too young. Don't say you just started. Don't say I don't got all the answers. Don't say I don't know if I could do this. Because he didn't ask you all that. He just asked you to do a job. I always say this, when God asks you to do a job, He's already equipped you with the equipment to do the job He called you to do.
Yes, He has. That's the truth.
He ain't never going to call you to do nothing without the equipment. That'd be like a construction worker going to his foreman and he telling him, go out there and dig a hole, and he gives him a water hose.
Well, come on. Jesus.
Read to me.
For thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee.
You should go out to everybody I send you to. Read.
And whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
And what I tell you to say, just say it.
That's right.
Don't think about it. Don't sugarcoat it. Yeah. Don't water it down. When I tell you to say something, just speak it.
Well, my goodness.
And see, and that's why, listen, and this, let me speak this in your life. For now he said, through love and kindness have I drawn thee. Now, I understand this. When God tells you to speak something, He's not going to tell you to speak something that will be hardship or division to what His purpose is in your life.
That's right.
So when you hear people coming and just downing people, that ain't got to do with God. Because God works in love.
Yes, He does.
Not confusion.
That's right.
Not anger. Not malice. Not trying to be a defeater over somebody or trying to be heritage over somebody. He wants you to come in the spirit of love that they can have something to hold on to.
Jesus.
Hey, leave them kids alone. Y'all making more noise than them kids. Them kids ain't bothering me. If them kids bother me, you gonna know. Cause you know, Nisha, you know.
I know.
You know, if Jermaine was acting up, I'll take this belt off, I'll get this 42 on him. Them kids ain't bothering me none. I'm happy. I'm saying I'm gonna get run back to my work. I'm happy some children in here.
That's right. Yeah.
Children bring life to the building. Come on, First Lady, where was I at?
Be not afraid of their
Be not afraid. Quit being scared of folk. Quit being afraid to go up and say what you gotta say. You trembling with the Lord, go and sit down somewhere. Go scared. Go and sit down. The Lord told you to speak something in somebody's life. Speak it.
I got this from my
Because He tells us that we should walk in holy boldness. Come on.
For I am with thee.
I am. The Lord said, I'm there. Come on.
To deliver thee.
To deliver you. To deliver you, saith the Lord. Read.
Then the Lord put forth His hand and touched my mouth.
And the Lord put forth His hands because I was afraid and I didn't think I can do this. And I think, and see, I'm telling you, he's preparing you. He's getting you equipped now. What did he do, First Lady?
Touched my mouth.
And he touched my mouth.
And the Lord said unto me.
And the Lord spoke to me and said this. What did he say?
Oh, I have put my words in my mouth.
And when I touch your mouth, I gave you the words to say.
Right.
That's why he said, if you open your mouth, I feel it. So it ain't nothing of you, it's nothing of your accord, it's what I'm speaking in you that I'm asking you to speak to them.
That's right. No more.
That's why we got to be careful sometimes how we entertain each other. Because sometimes God will tell you to say something to somebody and you want to say that. And he just told you to say, I love you. But then you got to put your, I love you and I always be there for you. And I keep you and I help you. And God didn't tell you to say all that. Now you putting your own 2 cents in it. And then it doesn't have the same effect that God meant it to have. It sounds good. Read.
See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms
And
to root out.
Today I have appointed you. Today I have appointed. Y'all better hear this good because y'all, this is our purpose. And today I have appointed you. I done already touched your mouth. I done already fixed your heart. I done equipped you with the right equipment. I done predestined you. I done ordained you. I done called you for a purpose and for a plan. And now today I have put my words in your mouth. Today I have appointed you to stand up against all nations and all kingdoms. See, now is that we are living in a day now that we have to stand against all kind of different winds and doctrines today.
You gotta stand firm, yes sir.
You can't just fall into them little traps that they try to place or they try to put. You can't just fall in and say, yeah, that does sound good. Because once you start saying that, you are accepting what they give you. He said, today, I appoint you to stand up against nations and kingdoms. To do what?
To root out.
To root out.
And to pull down.
And to tear down.
And to destroy.
See, listen, you got it. Some things you have to root up. Some things you have to tear down. Some things you're going to have to destroy.
To throw down.
Some things you have to overthrow.
To build.
Some things you have to build back up.
And to plant.
And some people you got to just plant in.
Plant the seed. All right now.
Oh, he giving you instructions right now.
Yes,
he giving you instruction because he said, "Now listen here. I'm sending you out to the nations and to the kingdom. Now you got to listen to me closely because if you don't, you're going to mess something up. Because there's some people you're going to come to that he said you got to root up. Oh my goodness. Some he said we got to tear them down.
Pull down.
Some stuff we got to destroy the very atmosphere that has surrounded them. The very thing that the enemy has placed over their life. We got to tear that thing down. Because he said pull down the very strongholds in their imagination. Something we want to come and tear it down. We got to tear down that old mindset, that old thought process. Because some people are in the place that they are because of the old things that happened to them. And now their mindset's messed up. Their thought process messed up. And God's saying, Go tear that wall down. Tear that wall down because we gotta build something fresh and something new that they understand their purpose and their plan. And they never understand it with that wall that's around them.
Come on now.
Then he says something we're going to overthrow. So you know once you go into the kingdom, something you have to overthrow the whole kingdom.
Hey, don't catch me. I fly you away.
Now listen, this is big right here. Let me say this right here. And then I'm going to go to the next thing. This is really big right here for our own homes. Overthrow. Well, you say, why, Pastor, you say that's big when you say overthrow? Because a lot of times we allow our children, y'all hear me good? I don't want nobody throw no pans or no combs or nothing up here. Just hold on a minute. Let me say what I'm going to say. Then y'all can argue with me later. Sometimes we allow our children to do things and say things that we won't let nobody else get away with.
Come on now. That's true.
And then what we have did is we, instead of overthrowing it, we have accepted it and allowed it. And then it starts becoming a part of us. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So if you're gonna be able to come before every nation and every kingdom, our first work starts at home.
There you go. That's the word.
So we can't tear anything down if we can't tear stuff down at home.
Come on, you're right about it.
Can't destroy anything if we can't destroy the things that's first destroying us. Because we know we still got a couple of shortcomings that we're scratching at. He didn't say scratch it, he said tear it down. He said destroy it. Grab that bad baby by the head and just rip it on off and tear that thing up.
Let it go.
Because it's not doing you no good. It's never did you no good. Matter of fact, it's destroying everything that you tried to build up and you try to make whole and you try to make right. Everything that you meant to be good is making it bad.
Come on, you're right about it.
Time you to get a hold of that monster and wrestle that bad fella down until he can't win no more.
That's right. It's the truth.
Then what was the last thing he said in there? I'm going to get done with this.
To build and to plant.
And the others you must build up and plant. And so we know there's going to be some that you're going to have to come to, and they've been so damaged in their life. Now I know y'all got a couple friends like this. These are the friends right here. Let me say this to y'all because I want to get some of y'all together right here. These are the friends right here that some of y'all walk away from. I know my mic working. Somebody should have said amen right there. I said these are some of the friends right here that y'all walk away from. Because I don't got time for that. I ain't got time for that foolishness. Y'all gonna act like that, you're gonna be by yourself. And God said, I need you to hold their hand. Because they need something special. They need a special kind of love. They need some love that only you gonna be able to give them. And if you walk away, this may be the last time. We don't think about it, First Lady, because we selfish. I can't stand when they act like that. They can't stand when you act like that neither, but they ain't walking away. But our flesh gets beside ourselves sometimes, and we get all out of control. And God said, build her up, because she needs somebody to just blow life on her. Somebody just to speak a word into her life. Somebody to say a good thing about her, because she ain't never heard nobody say I love you before. And you so selfish in yourself, you got so mad because she didn't say it the way you wanted her to say it, or he didn't say it the way you liked it to be said, that you walked away from the very person that God instructed you to build up. And sometimes people need some extra attention. Y'all hear me good when I say this. Y'all hear me good. This the only thing that saved me from killing my kids. Some people need some extra attention. Y'all better hear me good. Y'all better hear me good, because
That's definitely the baby.
You already know. Because
I be trying to hold on. And I told y'all, this stuff works. This stuff starts working at home. You gotta learn how to build up your own children before you can go build up somebody else's children.
Come on now. That is the truth.
Some days I just gotta go before the Lord because I don't even have the words to say to the questions that they have. Sometimes they say some stuff and they going through some things. Them kids ain't going through that. Okay. You just keep on living, you'll see. And then sometimes you just don't got the right answer, so you just don't say nothing. But I'm gonna have to get back to that. But you gotta watch yourself. Because I find myself, I'm just gonna talk about myself if that's all right for about 2 or 3 more minutes. Sometimes I find myself getting upset. And before I say something, I take a time out. Oh, y'all don't want to hear. Y'all don't want to hear how y'all gonna get better. I take myself a time out. I don't go to First Lady and look at her as, do I need a timeout? I know I need a timeout because I'm in an explosive manner. And I can't build nobody up in the spirit of love when my spirit's out of control. So I'm trying to build them up, but as strong as I'm trying to build them up, I'm plucking them down with my own hands.
take my shoes.
In my head.
I know the scripture does say this. It's the wise woman that builds her house up. It's the foolish woman that plucketh it down with her own hand. But I want to say this. That scripture is true. That's what the word says. It is true. That's what the word says. But it's a wise man that understands his place in the home. Because if his place is not declared in a home, the house can't stand.
No, it can't.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord Jesus, a fire.
Stand. Yes, sir.
So he said, build up. And he said, some got a plan. So some people, you just gotta come and you gotta plant the seed and you gotta keep on moving.
That's right.
Look, I got an hour too.
Plant it and keep on moving. And it's gonna be okay. Yeah, they may not say you was the wonder because you wasn't there when they started increasing. But understand, God gave you a certain job and it was just to plant the seed. You don't need to do no more. You don't have to get patted on the back. You don't have to have them saying, "Ooh, he's such a great guy," or "She's such a wonderful woman." And who cares? Who cares? You deal with God, so that makes you great. That makes you wonderful. That makes you marvelous.
I don't have one. Look, I got one.
But we get to a place where we want to get attention. We want people to say, "Ooh, look what he did. Ooh, look what." We want accolades from everybody in the church. People think we doing stuff that we ain't doing.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Because a lot of time ain't nothing being done. And people try just taking credit for stuff that they ain't did.
You know, right here. That's it.
And so we got to understand that God's got a plan and has a purpose for us. But if we don't do it the way God is planned it for us to do, it's not right. It's never going to be right. It's never going to come out right. It's never going to go in the right direction. The people that we are trying to increase in or give these tools to, they're not going to get anything because we're not doing the way God had purposed and planned it to be done.
It hurts even a little nail.
So I say this to you, and I'm going to wrap it up here. I say this to you. It's time for us to get about our Father's business. What is his business? Kingdom work. Kingdom work. He's already gave you what to do. He's already give you what to say. It's time for you to quit making excuses for not doing it.
I remember this.
Because if you understand, in the book Jeremiah tried to excuse himself. Why? Lord, I can't do this because I'm just a child. And I don't think I can do this, Lord, because I'm nobody but a little bitty boy. Again, quit declaring stuff that God has not declared in you. Because we are easy to say what we ain't when God already said you are. So now you speaking against the very thing that God said you was, and that you was to do, and that you are to get done. Because really, if you don't do it, then the perfect plan can't be done unless God shares it with somebody else. So y'all stand, because I'm going to close. I'm looking for God to move